Welcome to Trivia Clips. Today, we dive into Pearl Jam, the Seattle legends who defined grunge with powerful riffs, raw vocals, and unforgettable live shows. Let's test your knowledge. Question 1. What was Pearl Jam's debut album released in 1991? Option A, 10, Option B versus Option C, Vitalogy. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, Option A. 1010 is considered one of the greatest debut albums in rock history. It introduced Eddie Vedder's intense vocals and the band's emotional depth. The record included hits like Alive, Even Flow, and Jeremy. Though it grew slowly in sales, it became a massive success by 1992. It helped catapult grunge into the mainstream along with Nirvana's Nevermind. The album sold over 13 million copies in the US alone. Today, 10 remains a cornerstone of 1990s alternative rock. Question 2. Which Pearl Jam song features the lyrics, "I'm Still Alive"? Option A, Alive. Option B, Black. Option C, Daughter. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, Option A. Alive, Alive is one of Pearl Jam's most iconic songs. It was inspired by Eddie Vedder's personal life and family revelations. The track became an anthem of survival and resilience. Its guitar solo, played by Mike McCready, is legendary. Fans embraced it as a positive chant, despite its dark story. It has remained a centerpiece of Pearl Jam concerts. To this day, audiences sing the chorus louder than the band itself. Question 3. What year was Pearl Jam formed? Option A, 1988. Option B, 1990. Option C, 1992. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, Option B, 1990. Pearl Jam was formed in Seattle after Mother Love Bone's breakup. Stone Gossard and Jeff Ament, former MLB members, recruited new players. Mike McCready joined on guitar, adding bluesy intensity. Eddie Vedder sent in a demo tape with vocals that impressed everyone. His deep, emotional voice became the band's signature sound. Together, they created a raw, powerful chemistry. By 1991, they were leading the grunge revolution. Question 4. Which Pearl Jam song's video was heavily played on MTV and depicted a troubled student? Option A, Jeremy. Option B, Better Man. Option C, Given to Fly. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, Option A, Jeremy, released in 1992. Jeremy is one of Pearl Jam's most famous songs. The video told the story of a neglected teenager who turns violent. Its shocking ending made it one of the most talked about clips of the 90s. The lyrics were inspired by a real-life incident in Texas. MTV played it constantly, cementing Pearl Jam's fame. However, the band later stopped making videos for years. They wanted fans to focus on the music rather than imagery. Question 5. Which Pearl Jam album features the hit Daughter? Option A, Vitalogy. Option B, Versus. Option C, Yield. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, Option B, Versus. Released in 1993, Versus was Pearl Jam's second studio album. It broke records by selling almost 1 million copies in its first week. Daughter became one of its standout tracks. The lyrics addressed themes of child abuse and individuality. The band performed it live with extended jams and improvisations. The album avoided flashy promotion, yet dominated charts. It proved Pearl Jam wasn't just a one-album wonder. Question 6. Which Pearl Jam member is known for his deep baritone voice? Option A, Mike McCready. Option B, Eddie Vedder. Option C, Matt Cameron. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, Option B, Eddie Vedder. Eddie Vedder's voice became one of grunge's defining sounds. His baritone delivery brought power and emotion to their music. Vedder's lyrics often dealt with pain, hope, and human struggle. He had a unique stage presence, intense yet vulnerable. Outside Pearl Jam, he released solo work and film soundtracks. Vedder is also known for his activism and social causes. He remains the soul and face of Pearl Jam to this day. End of Part 1. Stick around for Part 2, where we'll explore more iconic songs, albums, and history of Pearl Jam. Welcome back. In Part 2, we continue our journey through Pearl Jam's music, activism, and enduring influence. Question 8. Which Pearl Jam song was inspired by Vedder's view of society and begins with, "Do you see the way that tree bends?" Option A. Elderly woman behind the counter in a small town. Option B. Do the evolution. Option C. Given to fly. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer. Option C. Given to Fly, released in 1998 on Yield, it became a fan favorite. Its soaring melody drew comparisons to Led Zeppelin's Going to California. The lyrics spoke of resilience, freedom, and rising above challenges. Vedder wrote it as a metaphor for personal growth. It became a staple in their live shows. The song showcased their ability to balance aggression with beauty. It remains one of Pearl Jam's most uplifting anthems. Question 9. Which Pearl Jam track has the chorus, "It's evolution, baby"? Option A. Do the evolution. Option B. Spin the black circle. Option C. Corduroy. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer. Option A. Do the Evolution, released in 1998. It was one of the highlights of the song criticized humanity's greed, war, and destruction. Its animated video, directed by Todd McFarlane, was striking. The visuals depicted violence, corruption, and environmental ruin. Vedder delivered the lyrics with snarling intensity. It became one of their boldest and most political statements. Fans still chant the chorus passionately in concerts. Question 10. Which live album by Pearl Jam was released in 2003 as an acoustic MTV performance? Option A. Live on Two Legs. Option B. MTV Unplugged. Option C. Live at Benaroya Hall. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer. Option B. MTV Unplugged. Recorded in 1992 but officially released in 2003. The stripped-down set showed their raw power without distortion. Vedder performed barefoot, adding to the intimate vibe. Songs like Black and Alive had haunting acoustic versions. The performance highlighted their authenticity as musicians. It became a cult classic among fans. The release gave a new generation access to the session. Question 11. What is the name of Pearl Jam's fan club known for its exclusivity? Option A. Vitalogy Club. Option B. 10 Club. Option C. Alive Nation. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer. Option B. 10 Club, named after their debut album, 10. It began as a newsletter called The 10. The club gave fans access to rare vinyl and tickets. It became famous for exclusive holiday singles. The 10 Club fostered a close bond between band and fans. Even today, it's one of the most respected fan clubs. It keeps Pearl Jam's community strong worldwide. Question 12. Which Pearl Jam album features the song Spin the Black Circle? Option A. Vitalogy. Option B. Binaural. Option C. Riot Act. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer. Option A. Vitalogy. The song was a fast, punk-influenced tribute to vinyl records. It won a Grammy for Best Hard Rock Performance in 1996. The track's speed and aggression surprised many fans. It celebrated the culture of record collecting. Vedder himself was an avid vinyl enthusiast. The song's energy made it a live favorite. It showed Pearl Jam's willingness to push their sound further. Question 13. Which U.S. city is Pearl Jam originally from? Option A. Seattle. Option B. Portland. Option C. Chicago. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer. Option A. Seattle Pearl Jam was born in Seattle, Washington in 1990. The city was the epicenter of the grunge movement. Other bands like Nirvana, Soundgarden, and Alice in Chains were their peers. Seattle's rainy, working-class atmosphere shaped their sound. The scene was raw, authentic, and anti-commercial. Pearl Jam carried that ethos into global stardom. Seattle will forever be tied to their identity. End of Part 2. Thanks for joining this Pearl Jam Trivia Challenge. Their legacy continues as one of the most powerful forces in rock history. Welcome to Trivia Clips. Think you know the darkest icon in rock? Let's test your knowledge of Marilyn Manson's twisted world. Here comes Part 1 of this extreme trivia challenge. 1. What inspired Manson's stage name? A. A cult and a president. B. A model and a killer. C. A movie and a band. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, B. A model and a killer. He combined Marilyn Monroe and Charles Manson. The idea was to reflect beauty and horror in one name. This duality became his core artistic theme. The shock value wasn't random, it was symbolic. It challenged how the media glorifies both fame and violence. His name alone made a statement before the music even began. 2. What city did Manson form his first band in? A. New York. B. Los Angeles. C. Fort Lauderdale. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, C. Fort Lauderdale. In Florida, he formed Marilyn Manson and the Spooky Kids. The band mixed performance art with horror themes. South Florida's underground scene embraced them. They were known for theatrical, chaotic live shows. This era built the foundation of his fan base. Before fame, Manson was already a local legend. 3. Who produced Antichrist Superstar? A. Rick Rubin. B. Trent Reznor. C. Butch Vig. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, B. Trent Reznor of 9 Inch Nails was his early mentor. He produced the album and helped shape its aggressive tone. Their collaboration pushed Manson into the spotlight. The album was raw, industrial, and controversial. It became a defining release of 1990s shock rock. Reznor and Manson later had a falling out. 4. What year was Mechanical Animals released? A. 1996. B. 1998. C. 2000. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, B. 1998. It marked a dramatic shift in sound and image. Manson took on the glam alter ego Omega. The style was more Bowie than Black Sabbath. Fans were divided, but critics praised the risk. The album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200. It showed Manson's versatility as an artist. 5. What novel deeply influenced Hollywood? A. Brave New World. B. The Catcher in the Rye. C. 1984. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, A. Brave New World. The album blends dystopia, religion, and media critique. Manson envisioned a world ruled by fame and illusion. He references Aldous Huxley throughout the lyrics and concept. It was part of a loose concept trilogy. The themes were more literary and philosophical than ever. It was both brutal and brilliant. 6. What infamous event wrongly linked Manson to real-world violence? A. 9/11. B. Columbine. C. Sandy Hook. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, B. Columbine. He was falsely blamed for influencing the shooters. In reality, the shooters weren't fans of his music. Manson became a scapegoat for moral panic. He responded with powerful statements on media responsibility. This moment deeply affected his public image. It also sparked discussions about art and blame. 7. Which of these is not a Marilyn Manson song? A. The Dope Show. B. Tourniquet. C. Animal I Have Become. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, C. Animal I Have Become. That's actually a song by 3 Days Grace. Manson's music often gets confused with other dark rock acts. He did write Tourniquet and The Dope Show. Both were major singles from key albums. The confusion shows his influence on the genre, but every lyric of his is unmistakably personal. 8. Manson painted which public figure in his art collection? A. Adolf Hitler. B. George W. Bush. C. Jesus Christ. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, A. Adolf Hitler. His watercolor paintings stirred major controversy. He painted dictators, popes, and celebrities alike. The art aimed to challenge perception and provoke thought. It was never meant to glorify, only to confront. Manson's visual art is disturbing but deliberate. Like his music, it walks the edge of taboo. End of part 1. You survived the first half. How many did you get right? Grab a drink and brace yourself. Part 2 goes even deeper into Manson's legacy, lyrics, and twisted evolution. Let's keep this ride going. Welcome back to Trivia Clips. You made it through the darkness. Now let's go deeper. Here comes part 2 of the Marilyn Manson Trivia Challenge. 11. Which religion did Manson get ordained into symbolically? A. Satanism. B. Wicca. C. Gnosticism. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, A. Satanism. He was ordained by Church of Satan leader Anton LaVey. It was more symbolic than spiritual for Manson. He doesn't worship Satan. He uses it to provoke. For him, Satanism represents individualism and rebellion. The move cemented his role as a cultural antagonist. It made headlines around the world. 12. What is the theme of the song Coma White? A. Drugs and fame. B. Religion and death. C. War and politics. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, A. Drugs and fame. It's one of his most emotional and cinematic songs. The lyrics reflect addiction, numbness, and idol worship. The video recreates JFK's assassination in a surreal tone. Manson called it a song about loss of feeling. It closes the Mechanical Animals album dramatically, a rare moment of vulnerability in his discography. 13. Who is featured in the duet Tattooed in Reverse? A. Halsey B. Courtney Love. C. Lisa Marie Presley. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, B. Courtney Love. The song was part of his 2017 album Heaven Upside Down. It had a gritty industrial rock feel. Love appeared in the music video, intensifying its message. The track deals with trauma and transformation. It marked a reunion of two 90s icons. Their chemistry was chaotic, but magnetic. 14. Which artist did Manson open for in his early years? A. Ozzy Osbourne. B. Slayer. C. 9 Inch Nails. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, C. 9 Inch Nails. Trent Reznor gave Manson his first big tour slots. The two acts shared a similar industrial sound. Reznor also signed Manson to his label Nothing Records. Together they toured during the Downward Spiral era. This exposed Manson to huge audiences. It was the spark that ignited his rise. 15. What alias did Manson use in Mechanical Animals? A. Omega. B. Lucifer. C. Omega Zero. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, A. Omega. He embodied a glam rock alien figure. It was part Bowie, part machine, all theater. The character allowed him to explore fame and detachment. Visually, it was his most drastic reinvention. It confused many but captivated others. Omega remains a bold chapter in his evolution. 16. What genre does Manson not typically explore? A. Industrial. B. Folk. C. Shock rock. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, B. Folk. He's known for industrial, metal, and goth aesthetics. His sound is loud, abrasive, and cinematic. Acoustic or folk styles are outside his signature. Even ballads have a dark, synthetic tone. He rarely ventures into stripped-down arrangements. His music is designed to unsettle, not soothe. 17. What cover song became one of his biggest hits? A. Sweet Dreams Are Made of This. B. Paint It Black. C. Hurt. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, A. Sweet Dreams Are Made of This. Originally by Eurythmics, Manson made it haunting. The video is nightmarish and unforgettable. It became a fan favorite and launched his fame. It was the breakout single from Smells Like Children. The song redefined what a cover could be. It's still a staple of his live shows. 18. What fashion designer did Manson collaborate with? A. Alexander McQueen. B. Rick Owens. C. Jean-Paul Gaultier. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer. B. Rick Owens. Manson appeared in runway shows and campaigns. His gothic avant-garde style matched Owens's aesthetic. He's long embraced high fashion with dark edge. It blurred the line between rock and couture. Manson even dated burlesque star Dita Von Teese. Style was always part of his persona. End of part 2. Subscribe for more epic rock trivia every week. And remember, controversy fades, but legacy lasts.